Okay, I think I was a bit rushed the first time I showed you in a video how I measure the 3 centimeter separations for cutting for the 3 centimeter long beads. Okay, so this would be the page that we want to be pretty nice. This is the bead where along the bottom and along the top will be most of what you see, because it's a long flag that we cut and then roll from the non-tapered end to the tapered end. So we're going to draw our lines on the back. As you can see, I've already done a few down here, and then I draw a squiggle line to show that I'm not going to be cutting there. So if you've torn the page beautifully out of the magazine, the old magazine that nobody wants anymore, then what's going to happen is you don't even need to draw a line along the side like I've done with the previous one. Because of the very serrated edge, I'm drawing a line where it's going to give it a neater edge. So this one is oh, you know what, I'm not totally happy. Let's give it a neater edge as well, right along the very edge, so that I know when I cut down there, it's going to be a nice straight edge like the other edge of the page. So that's going to be my line that I cut along. Yeah, I'll be cutting just that side of the line because I see I cut it a bit close. And then we go along the top. Let me cover up the previous one because that can get confusing. Now all I want to do is mark 3 centimeters apart from the top. So if we start with the number 27 over here, this is going to obviously be in 3s where I make a little mark. So there's 27 is the edge, and then we're going to go 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, and 6. And what we hope for is that there is 1.5 centimeters at the very end. And there's 1.5 centimeters at the end. Great. So then what we do is we turn the page around to mark it on the other side. Cap it down here. Now what you want to note is that at the bottom edge where we've got the 1.5 centimeter space over here, we want a 3 centimeter space at the top. And on this edge where we've got a 3 centimeter space, we want a 1.5 centimeter space at the top. So basically all I'm going to do is work exactly the same as I did before, starting with the 3 at the top, 3, 3, 3, 3, ending with 1.5, and that 3 up there will be opposite the 1.5 that's down here. So again we go 27 is the edge, 24, 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, and there's a nice just over 1.5. That's okay, 1.5 over there. Then what we're going to do is join up all the lines. So we've got our 3 centimeter across there, and we want to take it to join with the 1.5 that's on this side. So we just measure them up. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, these are handcrafted beads, not I don't know, these are handcrafted things. So we've measured from there to there, but now just so we don't make a mess up when we're cutting, you just want to, whoops, let me actually lift this up a bit to there you go. You want to go from the very edge to this one, to the first one on this side. You want to go from the very edge of the page to that first one down there, and then just squiggle in here, knowing that that's not an area you're going to be cutting. And then from there you just carry on. Where it's wide, the next time you make it narrow, going across to a wide edge at the bottom. Measure join that up, line that up, and off you go. And then from this side you want to point the tapered end, and you go back that side to the wide edge, down, 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 and you just keep going until you have all these very long, tall triangles or flags or pieces of paper that are wide on one end and tapering on the other end. Well, lines. Once you cut them, you're going to have a wide edge on one side and a tapered edge on the other side. And doing them like this rather than next to each other, obviously you can get more beads from one page of a magazine or from one piece of paper, whatever you're using to make the beads with. So you just keep going until you get to the end. At sharp point, too wide, sharp point, too wide, and then on this side, sharp point, too wide, and then on that side, sharp point, tapered end to the wide side, and we just keep going until it's all done. And you are going to be making squiggle lines at the last little bit as well. I'll show you soon because we're almost there. From the pointy end to the wide end, from the pointy end to the wide end, and we're getting very close to the end. So now you see there is one more that I can do from that pointy end to the edge of the page on this side. You do that and you make a little squiggle here. So now you know all of these in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to be able to make 14 beads from this one page. Should I cut the first one or do you need to cut? Yeah. So wherever this squiggle line is, you will just cut off, toss away, give to your cat to play with, little crumpled up piece of paper, whatever, and you'll just cut along the lines, cut along the lines, cut along the lines until you have these 14 long flags ready to use for rolling your paper beads. There you go. So please subscribe. Thank you for watching, listening, and putting up with our unprofessional, authentic, unedited mostly but yes, we appreciate the views and your interest in our stuff.